Hi Scorpio, welcome to your full moon lunar eclipse in Taurus for November 8th, 2022. The eclipses can have a lasting effect for 6 months. Moons, usually 2 to 4 weeks. So, yeah, this can be a long-lasting energy. What I'm seeing for the full moon closing out for you is a stalemate. The Two of Swords is a stalemate. The Five of Pentacles is financial and physical instability, feeling left out in the cold, and having lack mentality with the Five of Pentacles. It feels to me like there is some instability, or you do feel sort of left out in the cold, even though I feel like there are people around you. This also for me feels on a very physical level, so it doesn't have to just be this financial situation, although I think everybody's feeling the crunch. It feels to me more like either not being accepted into a group or situation because of the stalemate, or not knowing with the stalemate, with the Two of Swords. You may need to make a decision, but it might be a difficult decision to make. Our head and our hearts are not aligned with the Two of Swords. And actually, she's blind to something. Not only that, so I always see the Two of Swords as a scissor. This needs to cut something off. But she's crossing her heart. And so the heart is being a little bit negated here in this decision making. And with the Five of Pentacles, that makes perfect sense. There is help with the window. The light is shining, so come in, get warm. But the people aren't seeing it. They refuse to see where the help is, because they're not thinking that way. They're only thinking about the difficulty. I am picking up on the legs here with this card, just so you know. So the colder weather could have an effect on legs. I do feel that with this card. Let's get a clarification. This is something that doesn't usually come up for me, but I feel like there's a need to anchor yourself somehow. I get this kind of ungrounded energy here with these two cards. So there is a need for grounding. Yeah, it's kind of like being between a rock and a hard place with the Two of Pentacles. And maybe that's why it's difficult to make that decision. The Two of Pentacles asks us to maintain it's hard to say, but to maintain a kind of a better outlook through adversity. The juggler juggles. It's a happy activity, even though the emotional waters are a little bit choppy. He's still doing his thing. Do you know what I mean? So the Two of Pentacles is definitely asking you to maintain a happier outlook even through adversity. This is not what's happening with these people. They're really sunk into this energy of lack, whether that's lack of friendship, lack of money, lack of love, lack of heat. It's just that kind of energy. And you have two twos here. So again, it's always choice. In this case, they're saying choose to be happy even through adversity, or at least lighthearted. Try not to take everything so heavy. But I do feel like the moon is going to have a big effect on you during this period. So it can just be during the early part of the lunar eclipse. And maybe for the rest, it calms down a little bit. because it is a 6-month period. You're behaving like two people. You're behaving like the Queen of Pentacles, which is my Aquarius card, and the Queen of Wands, which is my Leo card. And so you're fire and earth. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's going to get stuck in her work or the physical, but also the earth, things of the earth. I think the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is, as my Aquarius card, it's my New Age healer card. I hate to say New Age because it isn't. It's, you know, the earth has been healing us forever. So they're just people who are aware of it and use it. And I think that's a wonderful thing. It's not New Age at all. And she also is somebody who gets what she wants. So I think you will do until you get what it is that you want. And I don't think that's a bad thing in regards to these cards here. It's like a very persevering card for me. The Queen of Wands is an attractor. And so it's very possible that you're attracting what it is that you want to you. I would like to get a card for this. These can be people around you, but this is how you're behaving. And so you're kind of moving back and forth from the Queen of Wands to the Queen of Pentacles. Again, the Queen of Wands is my Leo card, so there are people who want to be out socially, be in the spotlight. They're attracting things to them. So do remember that if you want to manifest something, you can use your attract energy as opposed to the male outgoing, even though it's quite a solar energy, the Leo. Maybe it's possible that you can do either one of them, but in any case, you're attracting it. So what are you attracting? Well, community. These are the people that are saying, hey, we've got you covered. Don't worry. You know, you're not out there in the cold. You have the Ten of Pentacles. So conversation is necessary. Talking within communities is necessary. You're also, I think, looking for your legacy. Where does your energy belong? This Queen of Pentacles, who's really considering this pentacle, she's really focused on it. And I think it's quite interesting because you go from 5 to 10. So you can go, it seems to me, very quickly from lack to plenty. And there can be somebody else who is a catalyst for this, but it can also just be your own energy. And even if it is somebody else, you're attracting somebody else. That can be a catalyst. So it's still you. I do feel like you would like to have more conversation, or you're going to feel a little bit chatty or want to talk, which is really good. But I also think you're going to be very interested in your own legacy. What do you want to give to the world? And even just making money. But I do feel like the Ten of Pentacles is more than that. Ten of Pentacles means you have so much that you have enough to give. You're so rich, you're so wealthy. And like I said, the Queen of Pentacles gets what she wants. So it seems to me like there's a decision or a stalemate that's happening that's keeping you from this right now. It's almost like you're preoccupied. And once you shift that mentality, it's like it all comes rushing in. And with the Tower and the Hierophant as a result, it can come through big organizations, that kind of thing. But also, I'm having some other feelings about this. I feel like there are some belief systems that are going to be shaken from their very core. Now, the Hierophant is, for me, a no card. It is asking permission. You can't do it on your own. It's just that I need to go through an organization, or I need to go through somebody else, or it's that kind of energy with the Hierophant. It is tradition, so I do feel like there is something very traditional or something that you would normally do that maybe doesn't happen or won't happen or can't happen. And that kind of shakes your belief system up a little bit. It can also be the things in governments and organizations that there are things that are revealed that will shake our beliefs. But it's something that needs to happen because some things were not built on solid ground with the tower. And it is a freeing, it frees you. And it may come as a bit of a shock, but it blows the lid right off and you are free. You're no longer held captive in the tower. And as you can see, the tower has no doors and the windows are very high up. So how are you going to get out? Well, it's the hand of God that comes and wipes away the things that are no longer necessary and frees you. It just feels a bit of a shocker. You will need strength and courage, and you will have it without a doubt. When you have that, and it's another Leo card for me, so I do feel like there is some healing necessary. I do feel that will come, but it'll give you a lot of courage, and you will just be a different, better person for it. What does Spirit want you to know? This is a time to, while you're waiting for your fruits to ripen, it's a time to contemplate. How would I go further? If I were to do this again, what would I eliminate? What would I add? That kind of energy. Because your harvest is coming, and once that happens, you're going to have to replant. And when you're replanting, maybe the squash wasn't great, or maybe the soil wasn't good enough for basil. It's that kind of energy. And it doesn't have to be about gardening, but it is about reassessment with the Seven of Pentacles, for me. So Spirit is asking you to reassess situations, or they're giving you this opportunity to see what you have cultivated and if you want to continue on that path or if you want to switch some things up. In any case, I do feel like courage will be needed, and you'll find it in droves. Also, I feel a great healing coming. Once this kind of shakes you up a little bit, there's a great healing. And the funny thing is the Queen of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands are both very strong women, both of them. So I feel like you are grounded nicely, or you will be, and you will have an amazing, creative, attractive energy around you. So there would probably be no better time than to deal with these shakeups because your energy is conducive for it. And again, I want to say you have community around you, have people around you who will support you and who will hold you up if necessary. Okay, Scorpio, it's a lot. This is a lot. But you're ready for it and you can handle it. Not a problem. And you have people around to support you. The very best of luck during this period. I think things are going to turn out quite well for you. I really do. Two of Cups. Partnerships. Yeah. I'll be back in a week for your energetic forecast. If this has been helpful, please like, share, subscribe. It's helpful to the channel, and it's a nice energy exchange, and I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Take care.